Hello everyone, welcome to Greyhound Gold. James Broadhurst with you, filling in once again for David Short, who is under the weather with COVID, unfortunately. So you got me, but the good news is you've also got Brett Honey. How are you, Brett?
People might argue with that. G'day, JB. Good to be with you. Hope Shorty's doing okay at home, but in his place, hoping we can find a few winners. We're sport for choice this weekend. Friday night, we got heats of the Winter Sprint and, of course, the Mandurah Distance Challenge, which is also one of the favourites for most WA punters across the year, and, of course, the West Chase heats there. Cannington Saturday night. Get to see the young dogs struck their stuff on Saturday night. Cannot wait for that, JB. Let's see if we can find a few for the weekend.
Yeah, looking forward to getting into that. But before that, Brett, you've found a run of the week from last week, and look, I've got to say, I'm in total agreement with you on this one. Love this run.
I was going to give you credit at the end. We might as well go there. Well tipped here by JB, our winner of the run of the week. Amplify was our run of the week, of course, in the Group 3 Paradise Street final. The race begins with Amplify beginning rather well from box 4. Was able to get down to the rail. Momentum, Yahoo, Sirius, So Does Seville. They all begin fairly, but Throttle just trying to get off the track there from box 6 effectively ends the chances of Momentum and So Does Seville. There's some heavy checking there out wide on the track, and we see Amplified and Yahoo, Sirius out in the arm here. Amplified always just being able to keep that length or length and a half in front of Yahoo Sirius. We see So Does Seville put in a really good performance here out wide on the track. Obviously got poleaxed early, made a stack of ground late, but the bird had flown. Amplified just took that length or so improvement from the heats, was able to get on the arm, run a bit of time, slightly strong into the line. A very good performance there. So Does Seville making a stack of ground late, was able to get second from Yahoo Sirius. Amplified sectionals were 9.65, 22.99 to the middle, 11.81 on the run home, 34.78 overall. This is a very good performance from a dog who does everything right, and once they mucked around behind her, she was just doing her thing on the arm, running time. A very good performance there from Amplified. So Does Seville was a really good run, 11.56 on the run home, considering that he could think he was probably got the wind taken out of him at that first turn. I thought that was a really good performance as well. I think this will be a very good form race going forward, but congratulations to Amplified on winning the Paradise Street.
Just showing the value once again of early speed in greyhound racing. Get out in front and make your you're not relying on luck then. Was able to hold on. Amplified. Good run by her to take out the Group 3 Paradise Street Trophy. Let's move on to this week's chasing. Brett, what do you like down there on Friday night?
Yeah, I'm going to go to the heats of the Mandurah Distance Challenge, and what we saw from this series last year, obviously the 6:47 start. It's one of those starts where we don't know much about. We don't have a lot of races there, but we saw a greyhound called Rossett Off win that race, who did have form over 700 metres at the time and did have that early speed influence. So I'm going for those dogs that do have a lot of bit of speed, so a lot of early speed I should say, but then can run a nice strong 600 at the very least. And I'm going to go here with race 5, number 6, So Does Seville. This was a very good run in the Paradise Street. Considering how close So Does Seville did finish, you'd think that was one a certainty beat in the end, retrospectively. Look, from box 6, I think he's well drawn out wide on the track. I just think he can get into this race rather early. Got a greyhound here like Major Sacrifice who likes the leads, but there's a fly in the ointment here. Chasing Jason is a greyhound that has very strong muster and has done some really good things over the 647 metre trip with clear room. I think Chasing Jason can put a bit of pressure on Major Sacrifice. If that happens, we're going to see the very strong dog here in So Does Seville getting over the top. Very keen there. Race 5, number 6, So Does Seville.
Got to say as well, Brett, for an on-course spectator, the 647 is spectacular.
Absolutely.
You can be right over the top of them as they jump. Recommend everyone who is into greyhound racing to witness a 647 firsthand at least once.
And we see 2 elite heats this week.
Absolutely,
so there's no better time to get down to the Mandurah dogs. For a bit of value, I'm going race 6, number 8, Papa Mono. This greyhound did win last start in 27.59. The race was run to suit, to be fair. They mucked around a bit out front. He was just able to get wide on the track, do his thing. Was very strong on the run home, 11.01. Now we got greyhounds in this race. Box 5, Amplified, and 7, Gario. They want to get down to the fence here. And so Papa Mono being that wide runner from box 8 who needs that room early because he's not the strongest away, he's not the quickest away, I think he's going to get that here. And there's a lot of dogs in this race where if they don't lead, they don't show their best. So I think that, being not one of those dogs, he's really well placed here. Look, if Amplify gets on the arm, look, it's all over. But if that doesn't happen, Papa Mono is one of those dogs that you can back here on an each way basis, place heavy, that can get the job done for you here. So a bit of value there. Race 6, number 8, Papa Mono, to go with race 5, number 6, So Does Seville, my best bet. How about yourself down there on a very good card, Mandurah Friday night?
Well, my best bet, Brett, we're heading towards that race 6, the dog jumping out of box 5, amplified. What's that sound, Brett? Is that boop, boop, boop?
We're taking on each
lemon
other.
alert?
Yes, it
or
is.
Or is it the ambulance that's coming to pick you up after we take each other on here?
Rightio,
Amplified
rightio.
jumps straight to the front and wins this one. The end of story.
So what if she doesn't?
Well, then it's a different story, isn't it? But that's the story I'm telling. Race 6, number 5, Amplified, my best bet. And for my value play, heading towards race 2, number 7, Iconic Indie. Back at Mandurah, has not fired a shot at Cannington as yet, but has won both her starts down there. West on Hazy in box 8 will probably be favourite after he won last week, but I don't mind Iconic Indie to shade West on Hazy early here. West on Hazy on the outside here, and if that happens, Iconic Indie should be right in this. I think Iconic Indie, good show for an each way bet here Friday night. Race 2, number 7, Iconic Indie. What about headquarters on Saturday, Brett?
Yep, very excited for Cannington Saturday night as well. My best bet, following up here from one from last week, race 7, number 4, Jimmy's Decision. I'm happy to forgive last week. This greyhound, I think, is better with a bit of room to operate.
You love this dog, though,
I do.
you?
I've got a lot of time for him. And he was crowded inside of Granite Song, who's been going very well in recent times. I feel like if he just got out that little bit quicker, eventually he did get past Granite Song and then made a stack of ground late. It was only beaten a length. Look, you got Manzoo here, and he's a sensational dog, and we all love Manzoo. Archibald is this mustering type that has a fair bit of early speed, box right next to Manzoo, so it could be a little awkward there. Look, Manzoo won all the way in 29.86. I'm certain that Jimmy's Decision can run that kind of time as well. So look, I think it's fairly close between those two, and I think just with Jimmy's Decision likely being the better price, I'm more than happy to get involved there. He's my best bet Saturday night.
Not worried about Mink Flash after last week?
No, I'm just going to put the pen through that early speed.
Okay,
and
as an aberration.
Yep. I think the trend is going to be my friend there. And if Mish Flash does begin, he did get a soft lead last week as well. I know he did begin very well, but he only went 5.55 to the first mark. I think Jimmy's Decision probably can get down to 5.55, and I'm not too worried. I think he can outpace Yahoo Serious and Robotnik in that race as well. So I think he can sit a little more forward here, Jimmy's Decision. So yeah, really interesting race with plenty of form lines. Looking forward to that one, but I'm very confident there with Jimmy's Decision in race 7. My value, race 4, number 3, West on Missile. Was quoted $20 in the race book in this particular race.
Take that.
Yeah, we'll be quite happy with that. Look, that price will be dependent on how West on Missile goes tonight. Is in a race on this Wednesday night. So we'll see how he goes there. Now, this dog, 2 race starts, has only gone as well as 30 and 78, but did quality trial on 30 and 16. I think this greyhound needs to get down to the rail. From box 3, should be able to do that. See him outpacing Alaska's Girl here. Now, Hurricane Taylor in box 1 is very, very quick. Just scares me what he did last start when he led pretty easily from the inside there, and then Dapples collecting him a little bit too easy for mine. So happy to go with some value here. Again, trying to play a place heavy style bet and see if we can get a bit of value there in race 4, number 3, West on Missile. How about yourself there, Cannington? I think we're going to be taking on each other again here.
We're head to head once.
We're going to have a falling out soon.
The way it's going. Well,
absolutely.
Not if I keep winning them all. So that's all fine from my point of view. But
right,
race 4, number 1, Hurricane Taylor for my best bet. Look, knocking on the door. Okay, you're not impressed by the run last week, but gets the pole here. Moderate beginner on his outside, should lead, should just go on to win, and once again, that's the story that I'm telling here for this race. Look, he'll be short, obviously, so if you're not keen to take him on at short odds and you think there's enough of a risk, then sit it out. But
a little bit of exotic play, maybe?
Potentially. Could go with something like that. Yeah, exactly. Race 4, number 1, Hurricane Taylor. My best bet comes in race 2, number 5. I always get the pronunciation of this dog wrong. Pakayaron.
Payakaroon. You're nearly close.
Oh my
nearly
gosh.
Close.
All right. Nearly close, yeah, like distance between here and Melbourne. But narrowly beaten last 2. Another dog knocking on the door. Last week got knocked off by Rapido Scud. Rapido Scud's on the outside this time. If you're looking on to take the fave, Rapido Scud here. How do you pronounce it again?
Payakaroon.
Payakaroon is a good one to look at for an each way bet here if you're looking to take on the favourite race 2, number 5.
Payakaroon.
Very good.
Sensational stuff here on Greyhound Gold this week. We are looking forward.
I've done my prep.
Really looking forward to this weekend though, JB. As we've touched on, those 2 heat series down there at Mandurah is probably not. This and Birthday Cup Heat night, probably the 2 best nights to get down to Mandurah. So if you are in the area, I'm heading along Friday night. Looking forward to watching that. Make sure you get down by the boxes there for those two 647-metre heats. Very good card here, Cannington Saturday night. And of course, Christmas in July coming up, JB.
Yeah, it's all happening at Greyhounds WA at the moment. Hope to see you on the track. If not, we'll catch you next week on
Greyhound Gold!